Hey guys, we're doing a reading on why life feels so stagnant right now. I'm going to pull cards to ask what area or what in your life feels stagnant so you'll know if this reading is for you. Then I'm going to ask what can you do to change it, what's coming after the stagnicity, and when. And then I'll pull an oracle card to see if we could sum up the reading or just give you more information about yourself. So we're going to shuffle on camera. I've said this in every single video. I normally shuffle off camera, but I am tired. And I want to shuffle and just get the message out instead of shuffling and piling up the piles and keeping track of which pile is for who and too much. Okay, for group 4 spirit, what or what area in their life is feeling stagnant? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so I don't even see things feeling stagnant for you necessarily. What I feel is that there are different options available to you, and you don't know what to do or what you should be focusing on, or if you should walk away from something, or if you should start a new thing, or a new task, or new hobby. Um, you're scared. You might be scared. I'm not going to put that on you. You might be scared to make this choice because all you want to do is be happy and you want to make the choice that's going to make you happy. And so the reason why you may be stuck or stagnant is because you are very much in your head about weighing options, or you might not even be in your head. It might not even be something that you're necessarily worried about or stressed about, but you are not making a decision right now until you weigh out all the options. And another thing that may be making you feel stagnant is because you're trying to still keep both options or utilize both options, and it's not making any progress because your energy is split. All right, let's see. So if that sounds like your situation, you can keep watching. Um, what can you do to change it? That's what we're gonna ask Spirit. What can you do to change it? What can they do to change it for group 4? You can focus on the thing that makes you feel the most fulfilled. Um, don't make decisions out of nostalgia or memories. Don't make decisions out of fear of being alone or abandoned or feeling any negative emotions or sadness. Um, allow yourself to be free to want what you want and go after what you want. It doesn't really matter the reason why. You don't have to explain anything to anyone else if you're doing what you truly want and what truly makes you happy. What else can this person do to not feel so stuck? Also, envisioning what your future looks like for all of your options or for whatever options you're weighing out. Think about what your future looks like in each scenario and which one you better want or better suits you, better want. What the fuck? I talk like a child when I'm doing these readings. It's crazy. Clarify the first card, Spirit. Thank you. Clarify the second card, Spirit. Okay. I think this one was actually supposed to stay over here. Clarify the third card, Spirit. That was quick. Clarify the last card, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You battle with wanting to do the right thing versus just making a decision that you're kind of questioning about, but you actually have a passion and desire to do. But you feel like what you desire to do is not the responsible thing to do. Um, and I say go after your passion. Your passion is there for a reason. It's connected to your intuition. It's connected. There are like fleshly desires, right? But most of the time, when we have a passion for something, it's leading us in the right direction, even if that direction is not the end all be all decision making of our lives. Um, there's some people who make a decision and that shapes the rest of their life in that category. And there's some people who make a decision and whatever that decision involved ends, but it still shaped them and put them on the right trajectory for where they needed to be after that decision was made, if that makes sense. I know that, bear with me. So, someone can make, I'm gonna use relationships as an example, it's just easiest. So, I could choose to be with someone, and that choice ends up being my wife, and we're together forever. And that shaped the rest of my life. I could also choose someone and that decision doesn't work out. Me and that relationship doesn't work out. But because I was in a relationship with them, maybe 2 or 3 months later, we were introduced to someone or networking through that relationship that failed. And I got to do more of whatever my calling was because they're connected to someone who does readings. They're connected to someone who wants to help someone else put out a poetry book. For me, who does tarot, who do poetry, I would be like, oh shit, I would have never came across you if I hadn't met her and made the decision to be with her. Or I could choose to be with someone and that time that I spent with them teaches me certain things that I need to know that when I'm with the next person, I'm better suited for them because I didn't already went through that with her. That's what I was trying to say. Um, what am I doing? Oh, what you could do to change it. Sorry. What else you could do to change the stagnicity? Again, not being afraid of disappointment, not being afraid of things not working out. That's like your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is um, holding the weight of the responsibility of others, other people's feelings or responsibilities that you have, and feeling like you'll feel bad for letting it go or letting people down. But also, you're scared of just letting yourself down, and that is one thing that you need to let go of. And some of the reason why you have so many options or so many different priorities or being pulled in so many different directions is because you have a loyalty to these things or people that no longer serves you. And it doesn't mean that you don't care about them, that they weren't great, that the job wasn't great, that these things or the events or people weren't great. It just doesn't align with you anymore. And your focus desires to be somewhere else, or you want your focus to be somewhere else. All right. I understand you want to be fair, but be fair to yourself. Okay. Um, Next, we are going to ask what is coming after the stagnicity. And I only have a minute and a half left. Let's see how much we could get out. It might be a part two again. What happens after the stagnicity? What happens after the stagnicity for group 4? Yeah, open your heart and someone's expecting. That could be like a legit pregnancy card. It doesn't have to be. I normally take that card as meaning that there's some new ideas being developed, there's some new projects, new opportunities for you. Be careful after the stagnicity because of how well things are going for you or because of how open you are. There may be people being opportunists, and you definitely need to look out who is using up your energy, who's using up your time and using up your money. What else is coming after the stagnicity for group 4 spirit? You have a lot of compassion and concern for other people and other things during this time. and